must be out of your goddamn mind. Joe Louis, the greatest boxer ever lived. I'll be with you boys in a minute. He was bad in Cassius Clay. He bad in Sugar Ray. He bad in that. Who that? The new boy got Mike Tyson. Look like a bulldog. He bad at him too. He done whipped Mike Tyson ass. He whipped all that.
Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see.
Alright, lovely. Welcome back for another show of the best podcast that hasn't landed yet. I'm playing. We are the best podcast ever. It's our show, Barbershop Politics as usual. My name is Casey.
My name is Nate Knowles, and before we cut on to Owen, don't forget we're now available on iTunes. You can catch us at BSP Politics. Type that into your Apple Podcasts, find us, follow us, subscribe, do what you need to do.
Hit us
comment,
up on Twitter.
rate us.
Come on.
You see that plug was all blessed, but two things went wrong there. Firstly, you cut off King OP the Great, yeah, which was a violation. You might have to get in the smoke section, Nate. But secondly, the actual tags and the handles are BSP Podcast, and you can follow us and subscribe on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, and
YouTube,
Instagram.
everything you can
BSP
find us.
Podcast, people.
Come on. Alright, so listen. You know, I don't want to dilly-dally too much. I want to get straight into the big talk.
Broad. Massive talk, bro.
Yeah? Let's let, you know what I'm saying? Let me even get comfortable. I'm taking off my ting. You heard me unzipping. Yeah, got my Chelsea top on today. Hopefully we get their 3 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm thanking them Spurs fans today. But yeah, okay. So yesterday, AJ Parker.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
My boy came away with the W.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in explosive fashion. It wasn't like I actually thought it was going to be in a wash fashion. But I'm going to let the Deontay fan club speak before I do. So who's going to take the floor first?
I can summarize. I can summarize the fight quite quickly.
Go on then. Without sounding like you're hating, but go on then.
I'm not. No, this is all neutral. This is
cool. Very
completely
cool,
neutral.
Cool. New from you. Go on.
It meant to be a hyped fight. It meant to be a big fight.
Yeah, of course.
It did not live up to the standards whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of performance, Parker had a strategy. It didn't quite work the way he wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
So, from my understanding, Parker seemed to have a strategy where he wanted to go on the inside,
Yeah.
work on a double jab.
Yeah.
And
He didn't really throw the double jab.
He didn't throw the double jab, but he did nullify AJ's right hand.
Yeah.
So AJ could not do what he needed to do to throw the right hand
and his uppercut
and the uppercut as well.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
I don't know if he nullified it. AJ was trying to hit that shot a few times.
It didn't work though.
Inside, but he did enough. He had enough movement. So
he had enough movement, but the power behind it couldn't.
There was like most of AJ's work comes from the momentum of his hooks and his uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gets off like obviously, as a boxer, sometimes everything starts with a jab,
Yeah.
which he did have a good jab yesterday, just in case you lot didn't see. You know what I'm saying? But most of his stuff comes from his uppercuts. If he hits you with a couple uppercuts,
Yeah.
his work flows.
He tried
better.
it, but it didn't really work.
It didn't. I don't think there was ever a point in the fight where he landed a clean uppercut.
Only
that
he did
cheapish
it.
one.
Yeah,
Only the cheapish one.
Yeah.
Over. Like historically, if he catches you with that uppercut, you know you're on your way to the canvas or the stoppage.
100%.
Because when he throws the uppercut, he sends his fist to the stars. You understand me?
Yeah.
And he's getting full extension and he's got a long wingspan.
Yeah.
When he hits people with an uppercut, it's a wrap.
So what was your you know, how would you digest the fight? What would you say about the fight then yourself?
You know what? I'm gonna do something that's gonna make you. It's gonna shock you. You know, Casey.
Go on then.
Right. Your boss, your employer. It's a good workman like performance.
Yeah. If
For the
professional
first time,
performance.
Yeah.
Like we were having this debate in the last podcast, in the Gorilla podcast on the phones.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning he had a jab, which we all kind of poo-pooed
Yeah, you
because
fluffed,
we
yeah.
hadn't really seen it today.
Mm-hmm.
But I can definitely see the progression. Like he was throwing a beautiful jab.
Yeah.
There's still room for improvement with that right. He rushes that right a lot.
Yeah.
Which was giving Parker the ability to get out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Just lean back a little bit. He does rush that right, which I can see, which you can imagine over time he'll get better with. But it was a good workmanlike performance. He bossed the fight. He bullied the fight. Walking Parker back in each and every round, probably apart from 2 in the mid.
Yeah,
midsection
5
of
and
the
6.
fight.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
The 2 rounds he
Parker
lost.
was trying to set a few traps.
Yeah.
And I think we all agreed that Parker won those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands down, yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, I don't have too much to knock AJ on
Definitely,
this
he's
fight
done the job.
because, like the saying goes, you can only fight what's put in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's not to put shade on Parker. Parker knew that he was, in terms of the size, he was at disadvantage. As Nate said, he was trying to work the double jab, which is the only way to kind of get into range. You throw the double jab, and then you get in range for either a hook, backhand or whatever. He couldn't throw it. He couldn't get that to work. Anytime he was getting into range, AJ was stepping back and then taking over and then sending again. So, in terms of the actual boxing performance, it was just an efficient performance. Nothing to write home about. A solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I think I agree with both of you. I think it was a professional performance. We definitely got to see the jab that I said he had. I've always felt like he's had a good jab. I think
that jab weren't there before, Casey. You gotta admit that.
No. I've always said he's had a good jab, and it's just that you lot have finally seen he had most of the fights before. He hadn't had to utilize a jab. Now the levels of fighters he's fighting are going to get better, so you have to see his jab. More time he's been able to go in there, he's been able to do what he wants. So I haven't really got to throw the jab. I can throw my uppercuts, I can throw my hooks, get them out of the ring quick. Yesterday it was a bit of he had to figure out how to let off some of his work. So we had to see how good his jab was. We got to see how good his jab was yesterday. I think it was just a professional performance. If being at heavyweight boxing, you kind of want to see a knockout. You don't usually want to see 12 rounds of that type of fighting. Had it been like a featherweight or a light welterweight, that type of performance would have been acceptable. But heavyweight boxing, you've come to see bombs. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't want to see a full fight of 12 rounds in a heavyweight fight. But yesterday, I think I even underestimated how Parker, his ability to survive. His movement was really good. He does have quick hands, but it's just that Josh was so imposing that every time he threw that right hand, it was landing on his chest or in his arms, on his elbow, and then
and that stupid referee. Sorry to
interject. Oh yeah. No. The referee was doing that a lot yesterday. So
the referee stopped Parker from doing what he wanted to do, what his strategy was. So I think as soon as Parker went in the inside, the referee broke it up. Yeah. So Parker couldn't execute his game plan.
Let me use the same referee tactic and just interrupt you.
Yeah.
I feel like they both used that to their advantage. There were certain times where 100%. Joshua was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to lean you. Referee's going to break us up anyway. Yeah. And there was a lot of times where Parker was like, let me just grab you because the referee's just going to stop us anyway. Yeah. So I think both of them it favoured both of them. Like a lot of people might say, it was biased. But if you watch the fight again, because I like to watch fights twice. Luckily, there was a stream on YouTube straight away that I could watch the fight again. They both used the referees, what would they say, inexperience for their own good. Because there's a lot of times Parker was just launching in and thinking, I'm in trouble, I'm just going to grab you. Yeah. Referee broke it up.
And AJ definitely used it.
I don't think, if you look at what Parker was, so Casey, in regards to that, what Parker was trying to do initially, he was trying to get on the blind side of the referee. And he was doing some dirty boxing. So if you watched in the early round particularly, he was throwing shots when the referee was trying to come in and break. Yeah. And I think when we was talking, I remember texting you boys and saying the referee ain't got control of this fight. Like, there's no respect. Yeah. Like, they were still going at it when the referee was trying to break them. Yeah. But I don't necessarily think... A lot of people are saying that was to AJ's benefit, the breaking. But I also think that kind of helped Parker in the sense that...
I agree.
AJ loved fighting on the inside. And...
Because he's able to do it. Yeah.
Working,
yeah.
With the additional strength that he has over Parker, I feel like it could have been more favourable to AJ.
Yeah, because...
But I think what AJ realised is, like, throughout the fight, he just adapted. He knew that the referee's going to break up. He knew that he's winning using his jab. He knew that he's more imposing fighter. So he was just like, all right, cool, we'll just play this game then.
And as well, in the inside exchange, I think it doesn't favour. I think Parker would always come off worse. Yes, he may have quick hand speed, but like, so let's say for the 6 punches Parker throws and lands, for the 3 that Joshua lands are probably going to get him going backwards anyway. Yeah. So he probably wanted to be. It was a weird thing because Parker kind of wanted to be on the outside, knew he had to be on the outside, and wanted to get in, but at the same time it was dangerous for him to be inside there, and he wasn't doing anything from back there. Nothing was happening for him. So it kind of was like why nothing really happened in the fight. You know, I think it was a professional performance, but as a heavyweight boxing or heavyweight competition, you don't want to see the thing go to scorecards. You want a clean knockout. You want to see a bit of blood. You want to see bombs in it. So
I don't think it's that. I don't necessarily think it's even that, you know, fam. I think from a fan perspective, and this is something that we've obviously touched on a few times, it's the whole AJ production, the cards that go along with his fights. And it's more often than not the case that, forget what he's doing, the whole card's underwhelming. Like, if you extract David Price's hellacious KO,
Yeah.
which,
Hellacious,
Lord willing, somebody prevents his man from ever getting in the ring again.
facts.
Tony Bellew needs to speak to him.
Yeah, and Matt.
The whole card was trash, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think Eddie is getting to a point where he's doing a bit of quantity over quality, because there's certain fights that have happened already that I can see you could have just put this on the Joshua card. Because
No, but this is the thing. Exactly, this is the thing. Like, you're saying it's what you say, quantity over quantity over quantity.
Yeah.
You gotta look at only 7 days ago,
Dylan White.
yeah,
bro. We've seen one of the best cards we've seen matching put on that I can remember, full point blank period.
yeah,
Do you understand me? So for me, it's a case of how are you gonna get that card so right, but yet this card so wrong. Like, when has Anthony Crawler ever put on a show-stopping performance?
never, yeah, never.
You understand me? Even against the 2 losses against Jorge and Linares, they're not like fights where you're overly salivating to see again.
No way, yeah,
We all like Anthony Crawler as a person, as you know, comes across really personable, but he ain't the guy for that. The last exciting fight I've seen Anthony Crawler was against Derry Matthews, which was about 4 or 5 years ago, where Derry Matthews pulled out the bag and stopped him. Outside of that, why is he on the card for? I was very disappointed with Josh Kelly. I don't understand why he was doing 12 rounds.
Yeah, that was
Brian
underwhelming.
Burnett as well. I don't understand why it seemed like they went in the ring to do 12 rounds as opposed to trying to get their opponents out of there.
yeah, yeah. I think personally, because you know, like I agree with you. I think the whole show yesterday was underwhelming, even down to the entrance music AJ came out to. Like, bro, gas up the ting, man. Like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my man came out with like the hacker ting and the. You come out to Big Shaq. 80,000 people saying skiddy that. Could have
Big Shaq says, man got no sauce.
No,
That's it. That's
Exit.
shouts out to One Bang Dan.
Hold on,
He hit the nail on the head.
hold on.
AJ the public character.
Okay, cool.
persona,
Fair
I'm
enough.
not saying
I don't have an
outside
argument with
of
that then.
boxing.
I don't have an
The person
argument
we
with
see in the media and in boxing, negative zero sauce. Negative sauce.
He's thinking too much to be, because obviously he's a businessman. We can see that, and all he's thinking about is business. So he has to come off a certain way,
Yeah.
so people can like him, and that's all it is. He don't want to come off too boisterous.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it puts on this character where it's forced, and you can tell that it's not him. And you know, you only need to do a comparison between watching him on social media, how he is around his friends, to how he is in interviews on the TV. No sauce, man.
You know what's mad though, Nate? Imagine I don't know if you watched the press conference, the post-fight press conference. He did about 20 minutes of this negative 421 sauce, where he was just talking that repetitive, monotone, you know, good fight, this, that, and the fourth. Then there was a point where they asked him a question, and he literally went, you know what, fuck it. I'm not on that shit. You understand me? So you can see, within him, within his character, the kind of, remember Dylan White used to say, the real AJ?
Yeah.
You can tell the real AJ is itching to get out.
Yeah. Can I just interject? Let me just, because I've met him several times in person, yeah? And that's how he is. We don't see that. You know, a lot of the times we get it was a good fight. You know, I live boxing, you can't play boxing. Boxing's not a game. You always get that AJ on media. And for someone that does have a lot of flavour and does have a lot of panache, like when he's away from cameras, I feel like you've done enough now to kind of be yourself. If you're going to make some enemies from it, then so be it.
No, but I think
be it. Like, he's not going to get in the ring and he's not going to make less, he's going to make no less than 10 million. That's the minimum figure that he's going to make. So he can be himself.
18 million yesterday, bro. He's not making less than 18.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he can get in the ring now. Know that the least he's gonna make is 10 million. So you can be yourself. You can be yourself. Big Shaq, from being himself, like how it would be, has made so much money. He's done well for himself. Like I feel like at this moment in the UK, you can actually be yourself and go for even Big Nasty.
But I think
Big Nasty.
I think
Look at Big Nasty.
He's on the clock, bro. Big Shaq's time is gonna fall away.
But
I think AJ's issue is he's basically a role model from kids to adults. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
he's
he's
thinking of families.
Yeah, but
that's why he's
already come out and said, "I'm not on that." Fair enough, people see and look up to me. I can't help that, but don't tell me to be perfect. I'm not perfect.
Obviously,
bro,
so
that's not what it is. Bro, that's not what it is, fam. Right? It's not about this role model thing. Yeah, you know what it is? 100% with him. He's trying to tick too many boxes at once, bro. Do you understand me? Because when he's saying he's a role model, to which community, bro? Because if you look at it like this, yeah, Tyson Fury is a role model to the traveling community.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder, and again, after we can mix this up in a new conversation, is a role model
to Nate. He's a role model to you and Nate.
Bro, he's an icon to me and Nate. He's not a role model, bro. But he's a role model to young kids in the South, in
Alabama.
South America, from completely working class roots, so that they can become something. Now, with AJ, it's almost like he's trying to be the role model for middle class to upper class England.
That's a lie. I disagree.
Let me tell you why, right? Let me tell you why.
I disagree.
Right? Because his approach of being so eloquent, right, and not trying to offend anybody, be Mr. PC, yeah, that only is really something that's enforced by, like I said, middle class to upper echelon England. Because if you look at working class England, like Ricky Hatton's audience, remember Ricky Hatton was a role model to working class England. Yeah, they ain't got no problem with you saying, you know, using a few profanities or having a few nights out with the lads, etc. So to me, the only people he's really trying to inspire is that, you know, the influencers, the people in Parliament, for instance, who we can't stray, you know,
Nah, man. I think
away from the line.
I think yours is more of a theory because I don't see. No. I have to disagree because I would say the way he tries to address himself allows them to buy into him and feel him. But I wouldn't say he's going out of his way to be a role model for them. That I wouldn't say that
because he plays like he said on the Sky Sports interview with that chick. He's playing the game, and that's all he's doing.
I would say he's playing the game.
Yeah, he's playing the game.
Go on.
Fam.
No, bro. You can't say that. You can't say he's trying to be what he's doing. He's setting out. Say, okay, cool. I need to be a role model for these middle class people. No, because there's a lot of black boys that are boxing now that are boxing because of who?
When Nate said playing the game, maybe I worded it the wrong way. Yeah. Maybe I'm okay. Let's not say he's 100% trying to be middle class in that regard. But when I say that's his target audience, it's the same way as what Nate's saying when I say he's saying playing the game. Because when you say you're playing the game, effectively what you're saying is that you can exist in those communities, i.e. the middle class, upper class, where the power is actually held, the pawnbrokers, and you can get your in. So that's what I'm saying. He's like he's trying to be a role model for that community, because it seems like in his mind, if he shows any element of working class approach to anything, or just being a regular bruh, that they're gonna look at him as he's just another, you know, let's be honest, another black guy who can't conduct himself well in the public arena. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Why I said it seems like he's trying to be a role model for that middle class
and don't forget, because I was listening to my brother's podcast the other day. The author of Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, innit, Rennie Edo, and if you realise in the UK, sorry to go, I'm not going to go too much of a tangent, but if you realise in the UK, you can't actually be black once you make certain waves. Most black people that become successful, once they have this TV voice. They don't sound like how they would usually sound if they're having normal conversations. Whereas in America, if you listen to Ryan Coogler, who has just directed one of the biggest films in history, you know, I think it's the 4th biggest grossing film in history that's ever come out. If you listen to Ryan Coogler speak, he doesn't switch up. He still sounds like he's talking to man from LA. Like, so, right, you see when I was directing the movie.
Well, you got to remember.
No. Because remember, black in America, black culture is pop culture. Do you understand?
Yeah. But there's many reasons behind that.
And again, we're gonna go on a tangent. Clearly, this is gonna be the case.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
We don't want
this
to.
This is something we in this country, as black people, and people from the children of the diaspora, where we get this thing fucked all the way up, bro.
Yep. 100%.
As in this whole, okay, now I'm up. I've got a pander to them.
Yep.
And the reality situation is,
you don't.
You don't have to pander to fucking nobody.
No one.
Now.
You don't. Look at Big Nasty.
No, hear me out, right? Because particularly if you're in Anthony Joshua shoes, you do not have to pander to nobody. His influence is so far outside of one particular segment of the community, right? People are gonna follow him. Like I said to you, man, from the gate, yeah. From time girls wanna fuck you and dudes wanna beat you, you're clear. So all this pandering is something. It's an old mentality that, as black people, children of the diaspora, we need to leave this. We need to lose that mentality because we're killing ourselves and we're killing our own progression by hanging on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree.
I agree.
We're singing off the same tone sheet. If you look at anyone successful that's come out from the UK that's black, all switch it up and they have a TV voice and they just talk they talk as if to say they have white parents. It's completely mad. Like it's goes and in America, like that's why Deontay can be like, yeah, baby, but he can be brash. He can be that because in America, black culture is pop culture. If you look at more successful people, none of them switch up. Even Mayweather has it from time to time, his thing voice. But if you tick him off in an interview, he'll bring out that source that you know that smack. Yeah. The only time we've seen the flashes of
it's an inferiority complex.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Exactly. Facts only. That's a fact.
It's a case of if I speak with any type of what they call ebonics, you understand me?
Yeah.
Then they're gonna think I'm stupid. I haven't got none about me in terms of my intelligence.
And
because don't forget, that's what Dante was saying. Like Nate can continue, but Dante was saying I ain't trying to be nobody's clown.
Go on.
For real, he's hit the nail on the head right there. I can't really say.
I was even gonna say. Oh, I had a sick point, but I was gonna say. Oh fucking hell! I don't want to say it. And it sounds forced because we're on wax right now. But yeah, I think. I think you said it best. It's the inferior complex of where we get to ourselves and say, okay, cool. I have to subdue myself now. I can't behave like this. I need to talk like this. And I think that's why we're not seeing the source and the flair that he does have. I know he has.
All I know, if you ever get me on, yo, I'm about to fuck shit up real differently. Quickly. Boy, you lot better never give me real pee, you know, fam. But the game's about to get fucked all the way up.
Boy, I think that's the way. I think that's what should come out from now on because that's what I was gonna say. I said there's a time where we have seen that bite back and you could see that's okay, cool. The real AJ when Dylan was talking bare rough and then AJ was like to him, bro, you should be humble that I let you on my undercard. Boom. That's smack. That's what we need to see day in, day out. The only people that are going to bring that out of him is Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he's not coming here for any disrespect. He's not going to have it. You're going to see, so this is who you are, AJ. Because Tyson's going to say stuff that's going to make him go, like, he's going to fly off the rails. Like, Tyson always draws you that out of him.
He draws it. Dylan White might be able to do it again, depending on Dylan White's persona, if he does fight AJ again.
Yeah, because for me, personally, I would have played it, this is how I would have done it. I would have had Dylan fight Parker. So that when they fight again, it's for a belt. Because that fight that's another 30-40 million fight. XY.
Would have made more sense, to be fair.
For Tyson Fury, boy, do you know what I would do if I was AJ? I would give him all the belts. I say, they're your belts. Because then those are my belts. You're looking after them, you're shining them for me. You can't say that. You ain't got none of that. You know what I mean? Because I think that side of my smack talk is on Mayweather's level, or if not above. Like, I can talk smack for days. It gets me going. I feel like that's what he needs to do. All of this, I don't want to disrespect nobody. I'm respectful. Fuck that. Man, I'm saying you ain't got a chin. You ain't got a chin. Oh, I haven't got a chin. Okay, we'll see. Like, come find my chin then. Make sure you find my chin. I'll talk you out your whole shit. You see that first round, I would have talked Parker so off his game that in that first round, I'll have him come and try and find me and he would have been there for an uppercut. Boom. What a show. There you go. Go home. What I do want to come to, because I don't want to talk it to death, I want to kind of slip this in here, is that, you were talking a lot of smack about why would Dana White offer AJ, like, obviously there's been a report of...
There's been a rumour.
Of a $500,000 deal for AJ to fight in the UFC. Like, Dana White is very interested to him. You had a lot to say about why don't he just offer it to Deontay. Could you just tell the people what you were talking about now?
When was this?
You didn't see this in the group?
No.
Alright,
Nate was under pressure, bro. Nate had jet lag.
yeah, okay, yeah. Exam. Oh, so you didn't read up? Go on.
So just to correct you quickly, it's not a half a billion dollar deal for, and in dollars by the way, to fight in the UFC. It's to be the face of Zuffa boxing. So Zuffa used to own the UFC until they sold to I believe it's WME.
Yeah.
For 4.4 billion.
Yeah.
And Zuffa wanted to with Dana White being the head. Zuffa, the two brothers, wanted to set up
boxing. They want They want to go into boxing.
The money that Mayweather and McGregor brought in, and they've been kind of rumoring this Zuffa boxing for a while now. I don't think anything's kind of really been ironed out, etc. But apparently a conference call. It would have been going on 2 weeks ago now, which included Joshua, Dana White. There were discussions of a $500 million deal for Andy Joshua to fight over how many fights. I don't know the actual ins and outs.
I think it's 5.
And my conversations I put in the group, which I said to Nate, to One Bang Dan, and man like KC, I couldn't for the life of me understand why you wouldn't take that deal and present it to a Deontay Wilder. Reason being, all of us on this, all of us on the podcast have got experience in marketing, various different areas, but we've all got experience in marketing. And when I look at Deontay Wilder as a commodity, I cannot see where you go wrong. He's a great talker. He looks good. Pause. He's on job. He gives you highlight reel knockouts, which is what you want to see. And he's American. And let's face it, he's got the most prestigious belt out here. The green belt, the green WBC heavyweight belt is the heavyweight belt. Facts. So to me, I cannot understand why you go across the pond to Anthony Joshua and then try to introduce him to the US market where, as you highlighted correctly already, Casey, in the conversation, his personality, his media personality is boring, which would not be taken well in America.
But he doesn't have to be like that in America. I think even he understands that.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
He doesn't have to be like in the UK. In the UK,
what I'm saying is you've got a proven person who has all the characteristics.
And he's not. Okay, whoa.
You need to promote.
Whoa, proven in terms of what?
He's basically. He talks like how McGregor was talking. He swags like how McGregor was swagging. So you know that he does what he's on job. And now you're telling me you're gonna bring Andy Joshua on and hope that he can turn on the sauce. Where, as I said to you before, right now we see that his sauce is on like negative 322.
Cool. You see the thing about the Zufra and that, yeah, is that if anyone has watched the UFC, the way I think about it, the way I've been thinking about it is that I don't see why Nate hasn't seen that. Is UFC itself, or beforehand, it was a global sport. You know, it's Brazilians, there's Russians, there's Japanese people that fight there.
All nationalities.
All nationalities fight in the UFC.
Everyone in the globe, yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Let's go. Okay. Deontay doesn't sell out in America. Yeah. And Deontay, worldwide, you have to do more work with him. Now with AJ, let me land quickly and I'll let you come through.
All right.
So with AJ, his last three fights. Yeah, 3 fights. 80,000, 80,000, 90,000. UK. But in terms of like what they want to do, shows of 80,000, 80,000, 80,000.
They wouldn't succeed. They wouldn't have
Easy.
those numbers in the US.
No. But my thing is, it's less work for them to do in the US because Joshua's already a household name. It's already a household name. He's basically got Europe and smashed. He's already got Europe. Let's say he's got Europe all the way up and down.
But you got okay.
So what's harder work for them to build a Deontay around the world, or for Joshua to do around the world?
But firstly, before I answer that question, first you got to remember the US consists of many different sports. You see what I'm saying? You've got the NFL, you've got the NBA, you've got ice hockey, you've got baseball, you've got loads of different things. So obviously there's different segments for people that like particular sports. So the numbers are going to be lower. You see what I'm saying? In the UK, the predominant sports is football, boxing, and rugby.
Cricket to an extent.
And cricket to an extent.
But who
sorry,
is the
sorry to interject, yeah? But I have to disagree on you with that because even though America has a much bigger population and has much bigger leagues out, in America where you can focus on different sports, have all got a massive fan base. Again, I'll go back to Conor McGregor, right? The only reason why Deontay Wilder isn't a massive household name isn't because boxing's like the number 6 or 7 sport in America. It's because there isn't a media team working behind him to get him in front of the cameras. Because that's the difference. So when Casey, you're saying what's harder to do, right, in terms of building Deontay or building AJ, it's harder to build an AJ because when you put the cameras on him, which you'll get that exposure, his personality is fucking boring, cuz.
It doesn't. It's not true though. It's not like. It's like it's way easier to promote Joshua. Way easier. They're thinking big. If they're good, okay. If you're going to give someone 500 million, yeah. Let me ask you right now. Yeah. What boxer would you give it to?
Me.
Yeah, 500 million. Who would you give it to?
I've already said to you, bro. I'll give it to Deontay.
Wilder's got the personality. Wilder has the personality.
Has he fought? Has Wilder actually? Hold on. Let me ask you. Has Wilder fought in Las Vegas? Has he fought in Vegas? Has he fought in Vegas? Has Wilder fought in Vegas?
Listen to my point, yeah? Listen to what I'm saying to you. The only reason why Deontay Wilder has not fought in Vegas is because the media's putting no spotlight on him.
So, and that's all nice. And he's doing everything right. He's doing everything right.
Listen. Me and you both watch First Take, right? Me and you both watch
religiously,
Undisputed, right?
Yeah, religiously.
Alright, cool. Undisputed and First Take, right? There were hour-long shows, right?
They're like 2-3 hours long, you know. There's a lot of breaks. There's a lot of segments. Yeah.
The shortened version.
Yeah.
Let's say the 2-3 hours, yeah, right? You and I both know that of that 2-3 hours, a solid 2-hour chunk is dedicated to NBA and NFL. Solid. They even go over old shit. Right? So what I'm saying is the mainstream media, mainstream viewers in America, they're not getting access to who Deontay Wilder is.
They're not getting access to what's going on in boxing in general.
Fault is that?
Okay, but that's just.
Wait, hold on, wait. It goes back to the point I made. It goes back to the point I made. Wait, hold on. Oh, did you not say Deontay is like you're saying is like he does basically more or less everything right in terms of having sauce, brash, and all that? Are you true or false?
100%.
And he's still not getting coverage.
Yeah, but it goes back to the point I made.
Yeah, but
it goes back to the point I made in terms of, like you said, they cover NFL and NBA more because those are the two popular sports. Boxing is like number 5, 6 UFC.
Let me unwind your point again now. Okay, how many fights has Deontay had?
Quite a few.
40
fights.
Thank you all for being very precise.
I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be.
Nate wanted to swerve. Thank you for being so precise. He's had 40 fights. It's not 20, not 15. It's not like he's at the start. He's had 40 fights. I'm landing. I'm back to land. I'm back to land. So he's had 40 fights. If Mayweather says he's fighting tomorrow, are they gonna cover him?
Of course they will. But wait. All right, cool.
I'm gonna go. You want to kill him or should I kill him?
No, it's not. You're not gonna kill me because I haven't even landed. But go on, interject.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Go on.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
No, but hold on a minute. Wait.
You had a point. Yeah, go on.
I've lost my point.
Go on.
I was gonna say something.
Alright, Casey, everything you're saying is bang on, right? But we're looking at this from the extremes, right? And I'm trying to get my objective voice on now, right? So it's gonna sound mad monotone. Yeah. Right? We can agree. And then give an example, Daniel Dubois, right? Yeah. Is he an exciting fighter, yes or no?
For me, he isn't, you know. I just know he's going to get out of there. He has
no personality.
Yes or no? Forget the personality.
He's not exciting to me.
He's
not.
He's not an exciting fighter?
No, he's not.
So he's not tucking man in quickly in every fight?
That's what I said. Even though he's efficient, he's not exciting. He's very efficient in what he does. He's not exciting. He's efficient. He'll get you out there.
No, but are you screwing that with his personality, or are you? If you was to watch him,
no, I'm saying
okay. If you had
go on. Oh, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I'm saying, is he not an exciting fighter? Not personality. He's fighting.
I never said he's. I didn't even use his personality. I said no. He does. I know he's gonna go in there and knock you out.
All right, fact. So I feel like you're fully trying to swerve my whole point.
I'm not swerving. I'm not swerving.
What you're doing, you're misinterpreting.
Oh my god,
you're misinterpreting his personality. If you was to watch, if you was to watch him as a fighter, forget his personality, and we just watch him as a fighter, you'll think that his fighting is enticing, based off the fact that he knocks people out.
Right?
But because he's got a dead personality,
compare his 7-8 fights to Joshua, right? They're the same type of levels in terms of excitement. I would say Dubois maybe slightly more because he's guaranteed to sleep, man. Right?
Yeah, go on.
Look at the difference of how Joshua went to where Joshua's got to. Because Joshua's on Sky, that platform. What platform's Daniel Dubois on?
BT.
And Box Nation.
Yeah.
Right? Which are lesser platforms. Right? Outside of that, he's getting no coverage. So no one knows who the fuck Daniel Dubois is. Now, granted, he seems like a very introverted person. So we wouldn't even enjoy necessarily knowing who he is as a person. But what I'm trying to give you an example of, if you have the right media platforms behind you who are willing to invest in you, then you end up becoming a Floyd Mayweather. Don't forget Floyd.
So, alright, cool.
Floyd did the deal with it. That's what I was trying to get.
Okay,
that's the point. That's the point.
Okay.
It wasn't the same level, bro.
Okay, well, hold on, Owen. Hold on.
That's exactly
what
I'm
people
trying
that willing to invest in you and actually put you onto the GQ magazines, put you onto the, I don't know, even
Men's Health and whatever.
Mail, bro.
Alright,
if you're on there, then the public get to know who you are, and then they get drawn into having to watch the fight. And then, oh, guess what you're doing? You're starching, man, in every fight. Shit, this guy can actually bang. I'm gonna watch the next one. Oh shit, he's gonna be pay-per-view? I'm gonna pay that because I want to see him start somebody. Oh, and he's funny. Oh, and he's good looking for the girls. Oh, and he's got, you know what I mean? Like, you're ticking all the boxes, but all it takes is the right platform behind you.
Just so you know, 2 days, that Breakfast Club interview is not in 1 million views. So run me my fiver, please.
It's a
run me my fiver.
It's a
run me my fiver.
It's holiday
run
season.
me my fiver.
It's holiday season.
Run me my fiver.
It's holiday season. No, it's holiday season when people with their family.
Bear in mind, it's almost 800,000. Bear that in mind.
What do you mean? So that's not the argument. You said 1 million. I don't care about almost 800. That don't cut it. I'm sorry. Now, I had a question. Who backs Deontay?
What do you mean?
Who's it? Showtime or HBO? Who's it? Like who?
I want to say HBO.
He doesn't fight on HBO.
It's Showtime.
It's Showtime.
It's Showtime.
It's Showtime.
Showtime.
It's
Only
Showtime.
started to pick up boxing recently, as in like.
Wait. Who
It
came
is
into the
Showtime.
ring? Was Jim Lampley in it?
Pardon me?
At the end of the Ortiz fight, who came into the ring? Was it Jim Lampley?
No, bro. He's definitely Showtime.
It is Showtime.
It is Showtime. 1,000,000% it's Showtime. I knew the answer to the question already. I just wanted to ask it. Is Showtime not a big boxing thing in America?
It was not. No, it meant to be, but it wasn't, and it's only of late. They've only started to get good Showtime.
Since Mayweather's been back out of jail, which was 2013.
Nah, it's more recent than that.
It's not more recent than that.
It is more recent.
When did he
than
do the
that.
fight deal?
No, but Showtime.
When did he do the fight deal?
Excluding Mayweather, Showtime used to show boxing. Well, have been showing boxing, but the cards have been shit. And it's only of late they've actually picked up on boxing and started
through the Al Heyman.
Through Al Heyman. And that's how Deontay Wilder's starting to get.
But is Showtime not a big back?
It's supposedly meant to be, yeah.
I'm gonna ask O, because O gives me a direct answer. Oh, is Showtime a big boxing thing or not?
That's not the question you need to be asking, bro. I said to you already. It's not about Showtime showing it. It's about the other platforms outside of Showtime who are building up, giving him the morning coverage on.
Alright, cool. Alright, list them, please. List them. Because I want to make sure what I'm saying is right. Alright, cool. So
because the fight is gonna be shown wherever it's shown.
So okay,
it's about being on the other channels.
Okay, cool. What channels then? What channels?
We already said ESPN, Fox News.
He wasn't ESPN.
Fox.
Of late, but
he wasn't ESPN. But is that because this is what I'm saying? This guy's been fighting for 40 fights.
No, but you got to know. But what
he does everything right supposedly.
But what he's been complaining about is the whole issue with them not backing him as a fighter.
He said that.
Yeah, he said that.
You know, even to the point, I swear he's on a reality show.
They weren't backing Mayweather, but the only reason why they were backing Mayweather because of the way people are only watching Mayweather to see him lose. They could not stand his personality.
But that's his cash in. So what? But you're saying, you're basically said Deontay does everything right, sauce, brash, but it don't happen for him. I'm trying to figure out: is it the people advising him? Is it the people advising him? Is it? I'm not thinking of past.
If we talk about present, it is happening for him.
Who bored to death the whole American public. So boxing got fucking tarnished by these two brothers. That's what people fail to understand. Deontay Wilder came directly after that. Yeah?
Thank you.
And boxing got fucking the biggest smear in America because of these two fucking dry Eastern European bros.
Thank you.
And that's what you keep failing to
So
understand.
only America suffered from that.
Investing in boxing because they were like, these guys are the fucking top of the tree.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
That.
Did boxing suffer as a whole? Did boxing only suffer in America?
In America.
In just America?
Actually, I'm lying, bro.
No,
As a whole, because remember,
boxing as a whole, yeah.
Sky after David Haye versus Klitschko, Sky stopped doing fucking boxing.
They did, didn't it? Then when Joshua landed, they started doing boxing again.
Yeah, because he was in the Olympics. So obviously they're gonna.
Deontay didn't go Olympics.
No. Wait. No, what happened? What happened? Obviously, Eddie Hearn has done a deal. The Hearns have done a deal with Sky to obviously change the face of boxing from what it was to what it is now, which is to more or less try and make it a family sport. So the
Casual, I would say casual.
Well, casual, yeah, for casual fans. So they've used Anthony Joshua, who's squeaky clean, you know, from a background from humble beginnings, and he's made his way through. You know, he's got the personality. They've used him as the protege to sort of reproduce boxing, put it back on the platform. So the UK's done it slowly with Anthony Joshua. They've built it back up.
And at the right time. Because you got to think about this, Casey. Let me ask you a question, yeah?
Go on,
right.
man.
Put Andy Joshua to one side.
Yeah.
Name the two biggest boxers in terms of global marketability in Britain over the last 25, 30 years. The two biggest boxers.
Hatton and Nassim.
Okay, I'd argue Nassim and Eubanks, but I'll give you Hatton, right?
Yeah.
But all three of those people, massive personalities, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Boom. As I mentioned already, the Klitschko's fucking killed boxing, right? David Haye and Klitschko was the last straw in Sky. Sky were like, we're not on this at all. Yeah? We're pulling out of this shit. Right? Here comes along this guy, Andy Joshua. Looks good. Great physique. Can box. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Here's a deal. Eddie Hearn and Sky make something happen. Right? Starts drawing the fans. And you're going to tell me if Deontay Wilder, was on this side of the pond, boxing in England, done what Andy Joshua done, got the gold medal, that Deontay Wilder wouldn't be the face of boxing worldwide right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. But that's my point.
This is what I'm
But this is what I'm saying. This is
unfortunate that he came in the era of fucking the two boring brothers.
Exactly.
But you've just said.
Because most
Oh
people
my
still
God.
think of heavyweight boxing as the fucking Klitschko's, and they're like, yeah, I'm not on this. Don't forget, bro. Klitschko fought in New York against Brian Jennings. Stunk the place out. So again, every time they were given the kind of baton to build boxing in America, they killed it.
Right. But Deontay has survived. And don't you see me? I'm asking all these questions, yeah? And even though, like, I think Deontay's actually got a fantastic story. I think his daughter's got a bit of an illness, hasn't she?
Yeah.
You know, he fights for her. Pardon me?
She got spina bifida.
Yeah, so he's got a beautiful story. Humble beginnings from Alabama, you know, went Olympics, bronze bomber. He's got a proper sick story, as in like the way he is, because when you see him behind cameras and he talks, you actually think, wow, that's actually quite deep. I didn't even know you was that deep. He's got a fantastic story. My thing is, if he's so perfect, yeah, there's obviously people around him. I'm not saying it's Deontay's fault. I'm saying it's the people around him fault. Because basically what we've all said is, Eddie's basically allowed Joshua to be the star he is today. Yes or no? Because in half the fights of Deontay, he's already a bigger star.
Can I ask you one
So why
question?
are we not blaming? Why are we not blaming the people that's been advising Deontay?
Answer this question, please. When was the heavyweight division revived? At what point?
When Joshua came into
exactly, and it's revived everywhere else in America. Yeah. So which is quite recent, right?
Well, no, for 5 years now, you'd say, because Joshua's been doing this for 3.5 years. He's been in.
But I would say over the past 3 years, heavyweight boxing started to pick up again.
Yeah, because of Anthony Joshua,
and it's picked up in America as well.
Yeah, and because to be fair, it's because Deontay now has an adversary. Because for a while, it looked like Deontay was just gonna he was just going to be there and there was no one that's going to challenge him. I don't know why he's never fought Klitschko. My thing is, it's not, I can't put the blame solely on Deontay, it's the people around him. It's the people around him. Who's advising him? Who's advising him? Who's advising him?
Explain to you why Deontay is not where Deontay is, right?
Alright, go on. Because he doesn't sell tickets.
No, but I'm gonna explain to you why, fam. Like, I'm gonna give you the simplest analogy I can ever give you on this situation, right? Nate was correct in that Andy Josh has been a pro for 5 years in October, I believe it is, right? And over the last 3 years, boxing started to, the proliferation of boxing is actually, we've seen an upturn. Now, that's our side, not in America. In America, it's really the last 12 months, it's really started to have an upturn, upswing. Yeah. Right? The analogy I'm going to use is Hackney, right? Yeah. Hackney in the 2000s, early 2000s, no one was trying to buy in Hackney. Why? He's had a shitty reputation. Yeah? Yeah. Hackney now, bruv, you better be fucking shitting gold to buy a house in Hackney.
Yeah. I sold my house too early in Hackney. Way too early. That house is like $500,000. We sold it close to like 3.5. But it's like 5, 6, 7.
Look at you, bruv. Yeah. But,
not even like, because...
Is that go on. Time for people to start seeing, there's value in this particular area or in this analogy, sorry, in boxing. Yeah. And unfortunately, Deontay is in that kind of period where all the goons have been moved out of the ends, and now people can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So he was unfortunate that he was in the era where Hackney was shit. Joshua, in another territory altogether, has been in a lovely area. You understand me? Like a Notting Hill gate or something.
Because you said boxing. No.
And now he's just inflated again.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I do want to rebuttal, but we have to move on. We definitely have to move on. I think this is, again, I love the fact when we get this passionate and we get this involved, but we're gonna move on because I want to rebuttal that. But if I rebuttal that, we'll be getting back and forth. What I do want to talk about is Dylan White's performance last week. How we felt about that, what we see happening for him next. What does Eddie do with him next? Devastating knockout. Like, he actually put him to sleep on his belly. Oh, my God. Like, so what do you think is next for Dylan then?
He needs to step up his opponents. If I was Eddie Hearn, I would love to see him fight someone like Jarrell Miller or even Ortiz.
Okay. A Parker?
Or even Parker. Mm-hmm. Just to see how he performs at that level. Yeah. Because for me, I don't know how good he is yet. If you see what I mean. Yeah. And people are judging him off the AJ fight. Yeah. And after the AJ fight, he hasn't had the best opponents. Obviously, I know he had the injury, the surgery, and he's been trying to rebuild himself. Yeah. He's back up to the level where he should be, or he's pretty much at that point now. To go for a world title shot. So he needs to, I would say, put him in with someone decent now and see how he performs.
What about you, though?
Yeah, I'm kind of with that. It's hard to, like, Dill's a bit of a hard commodity to kind of really analyze because, boom, I'm always going to support him. Like, obviously, Jamaican heritage, you know what I mean? That's normal, cause you understand me? But with Dill, like Nate said, after the AJ fight, he had his surgery. He's been doing his conditioning now for 2 years now, and he almost looks like a different person altogether physically.
Yeah, he actually looks in good shape. Yeah, he don't look fat anymore.
Shot selection, head movement. He looked amazing against the limited opposition he had against Lucas Brown. Yeah, and he did, like he said, devastating poster KO, put a man face down, but throwing him against a Wilder, for me, could potentially undo all the hard work he's done. Yeah. Because as much as I have got time for Dylan, I don't see how he beats Wilder, just because of due to the equalizer. And I think he called out Povetkin yesterday. I think that could be a nice fight for him.
Definitely.
Like a really good fight, and like that'll make him mandatory for the WBA, which almost is another way for him to kind of get back to the rematch with AJ.
Yeah. I think I actually agree, because you know what? As much as I think he'll cause problems for Deontay, he's not going to win. So there's no. It's like because once you lose, then you kind of have to start again. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I feel like from all the fights he's had, he does deserve a title fight, which is why I personally would have made a fight with Parker and White, because that's a fight he could have won.
Yeah,
and it would have probably been a bit more of a dust up than the fight we saw yesterday. But yeah, I agree. I feel like.
Fought in interim then?
Pardon me?
Who would AJ have fought then in between instead of Parker yesterday?
Again, that's not, like it doesn't really matter. You put him against
Jerome Miller
Jerome Miller. He's still gonna make his 10 mils. He's still gonna look good. I really think the rematch between Wyatt and AJ should be a title match, title for title, a unification, because that will put the fight on a whole completely different level. If it's the same story where AJ holds all the belts and he's just come in to get a crack again, yes, Dylan's gonna bring out, the vicious AJ and all of that stuff. It'll be fun to watch the build up again, but then it's still lacking something. It's not like the story doesn't evolve, should I say. I really think it should have been a title for title. It should be a title for title fight. Let them get in there, and that fight it will go down as folklore. It go down as history. And I agree with you. I just don't think he should carry on having hard fights.
You're not talking about global folklore.
English folklore, British folklore. It doesn't matter. If British.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he needs the belts personally. But go on, carry on.
I personally think it does. I think the story hasn't evolved. You're still the same people that everyone thought, oh yeah, let AJ just knock him out. Who do you think he is? Loudmouth, brash guy. He's got, then now, not only have you lost once, you know what I'm saying? Say if he does go to fight a Deontay, you've lost twice. AJ hasn't lost.
I think it's unfair.
It's unfair to him.
Yeah.
He definitely does need a belt.
It's unfair.
The story doesn't develop. It's just the same story as the first time and probably going to even end a lot quicker. So I personally think he needs a title fight. Not
against Wilder, because I think 9 times out of 10 he's going to lose that, and he's worked so hard to build himself back up.
Yeah.
Him, if he gets knocked out by Wilder, a devastating knockout.
Yeah.
He's starting again.
Yeah, but
all that hard work.
Then it's like I think like what I was trying to say is that all that's left now on the landscape is hard fights. Ortiz is a hard fight.
Yeah, of course.
is a hard fight. Parker's a hard fight. And then what's your reward at the end of all of that?
Yo, but this is what's mad though, yeah? When we're talking about this situation about hard fights. It's kind of interesting that obviously we got the hold up between if AJ fights Deontay next, and obviously everyone's got their own view, and the kind of narrative is kind of getting a little bit boring for me right now, to be honest with you, because right now, whoever's lying, somebody's lying, and it's just going back and forth, and there's a lot of bullshit that's been played out in the media, which is what's making it even more nonsensical. But the funny thing is, let's say one man cleans out the division, one of them two gets all 5 belts. With the exception of Tyson Fury, the heavyweight division might stagnate again.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Because the man with all 5 belts, if he does end up fighting Fury and beat Fury, it's no longer a conversation anymore. And that man will reign supreme. Every person that goes up against that person, he will lose.
Exactly.
That's a fact. But, someone was saying on that show that you was on, was it on the Boxing Voice or something like that?
Yeah.
They said exactly the same thing. They said, if them two fight now, Deontay and Joshua, there's nothing to look forward to in the heavyweight division again. Boxing's finished.
Yeah, but you got to remember the lower the tier
but he said
tier 2 heavyweight fighters can easily beat one of the world champions, if you see what I'm saying. So like the Dylan Whites or the Jarrell Millers, one of these, the Anthony Joshua's or Deontay Wilder could have a bad day, fight one of these guys, and they could easily lose their title.
That's the key phrase you said though. They have to have a bad day, cause
yeah.
Like if they're on job, it's not going to be a competition at all. It's going to be a situation like yesterday, like Parker. And you can see why Parker is significantly a lesser opposition than AJ. That's what it's going to end up being every single fight. Yeah,
I agree. I think give it 2 years. That's why I'm not in a rush to see the AJ Deontay fight, even though I feel like it should be the next fight. But
it's got to happen, man.
It has got to happen, but at the same time, I don't want it to be a situation where it's the Mayweather Pacquiao thing where it happened 5 years too late, or 3 years or 4 years too late. It has to happen within the next 18 months, I would say. Because if once that fight happens, and when the Fury fight happens, whoever wins, that's it. Like, you're going to see them fighting some next guy they're trying to build up. Obviously, there's like a Dubois, there's a Joe Joyce, there's there's a lot of people on their rising that are coming, but I don't know how far away they are from like major championship fights. You know what I mean? You know,
blood, Quay.
yeah, brother. This is what I'm saying. So I ain't trying to wait. So what do we do in it? Like, if this fight does happen this year, it has to happen early 2019. It has to. It has
The
to.
latest.
It has to. It has to be a May or April showdown, or let's say F it. You lot be in camp be ready for a summer showdown, because once that heavyweight fight finishes, and you need to look, a lot of divisions now, GGG is probably about 2, 3, 4 fights away from retiring. A lot of divisions are losing their stars, and then boxing's going to go back into oblivion.
If not handled correctly.
Pardon me?
If they don't handle it correctly.
Yeah. So
because right now there's a lot of, particularly in the social media world, there's a lot of press around boxing. But if those people are basically following the coin and only really following boxing because it's the in flavor right now, then yeah, it will go back to the dark ages. But it can be managed correctly. People start planning for the future, and like if we have more tournaments like the World Series,
facts.
boxing, World Super Series boxing.
Facts, yeah. I think they should. I think they've got like another good solid 3 years of boxing. There's a lot of fights that can be made, but yeah, once that 3 years up, you're gonna see it go back down for like another 2-3 years, and then stars are gonna rise again. I mean, that's why the Olympics is important, because a lot of stars are birthed in the Olympics.
Rise again, get some Gabriel out here, yeah.
But yeah, real quick, we've got a new segment that we want to start running on a daily podcast. Every time you hear a podcast, we're gonna have a segment, and it's called "You Don't Want No Smoke." And
it's nice. You want all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
Oh, you want all the smoke.
You want all the smoke.
You want all the smoke. I'm sorry for getting that wrong. I'm sorry.
I got my lighter. I want all the smoke.
Cool. So please take it away, King OP.
It's him. Oh.
Motherfucking B. All right, people. Like the big man KC said, 2018 is a new day, and I'm ready for all the smoke. Yeah. So what we're doing out here, we're just gonna go through people's social medias, because too often people are keyboard warriors out here. Not King OP the Great. I'm walking around with a big machete, yeah? So I'm on crud and on that war thing, and I'm calling out people whose social media posts in regards to boxing are just trash, yeah? You have to come to the front of the class and pay for your nonsense. So first up, a boxer, cousin to big man like Tyson Fury. This is at Hughie Fury's post yesterday off the back of the AJ Parker fight. Hughie Fury writes, I beat Parker and got a raw result. I suppose AJ did a better job than me. 3 question marks. A little bit condescending there, Hughie. Anyway, he says, I'm coming. Bent politics won't hold me back. Hughie, if you don't shut the fuck up, you don't sit your long, gangly, acne-back self down. Fam, everybody in boxing, everybody who saw that fight, we know your boxing ability far superior than a Josie Parker. But this ain't the moonwalking competition, fam. Brother. You can't run backwards for 12 rounds against a champion, expect to get a result, even on home territory. And I don't know if your backhand was at home or went missing, but we never saw it that night. We want to see you fight. You got your, I think it's British title coming up. And yeah, you are in and around the world level. But like I said, if you don't shut the hell up, there's going to be problems. Anyway, that's first man up.
Please cue the lighter. Please cue the lighter.
We need some sound effects for this.
I told you, I'm ready for all of the smoke. Next man up, Vaz Blackwood. You might remember, do you remember Desmond's?
Yeah.
Remember Spider?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Vaz Blackwood, the actor. He was in Lock, Stock and 2 Smoking Barrels as well. You know, homie with the afro.
Yep, I definitely do.
Anyway, it turns out man like Vaz Blackwood is a bit of a boxing fan. And our friend Vaz writes, all due respect, Tony, this is in regard to a Tony Bellew. Both AJ and JP got paid a king's ransom, and he puts the pound sign in there. Criticism from the public should be allowed if within reason. Here comes the smoke. Fans wanted blood and guts. Regrettably, the ref got paid also. And he signs out with, "Happy Easter, fam. Kiss and act it at Tony Bellew." Casey, I'm rubbing my beard right now, you know. My face is getting a bit sour. Because Vaz doesn't realise that he's in range, perfect range for that smooth backhand from my wrist to connect squarely on his jaw, fam. Vaz, if you don't shut the hell up too. What's he talking about? Fans want blood and guts. Listen, we got to understand what this sport is. The sweet science. Yeah? We keep alluding back to this phrase, sweet science. Some cases, we're not getting blood and guts. You want blood and guts, go Yates's. Yeah? It's a much cheaper evening for you. The £20 you spent on pay-per-view will get you about 15 pints and a packet of crisps. Blood and guts ain't going to happen all the time in boxing. Yeah? And like we keep saying, boxer safety should be paramount.
Amen.
Yesterday's fight was an example of poor refereeing and two boxers hesitant because of the rewards that were on the back end of that fight. We all knew that. So, from a fan perspective, if you're not in it for both the good times and explosive fights and the lesser ones, I say you move across to maybe a cricket or a lacrosse or something of that nature.
Yeah, this ain't for you.
It's not for you, fam. Anyway, I'm going to leave this on a positive note. And the last person on social media is it's not someone in the limelight. It's a tweet I came across which I respected highly. And it's from a Nigel Robert Owen. And the handle is at Nigel Robert Owen, but no N, number 3 at the end for some reason. Anyway, you're right. At Tony Bellew, I would never have the guts to get into a boxing ring. Anyone who criticizes the likes of Anthony Joshua or David Price have probably never entered a ring either. Keyboard cowards. KC, Nate, I don't think I have to really say anything on this one.
Yeah, no,
I think
it's self-explanatory.
Nigel summed up perfectly. You know, we all have our voices here and talk about boxing. We all love the sport, but we do fight as well. We've all been touched on the chin, touched to the body, maybe taken a knee a few times. Obviously, none of us are at elite level, but we love the sport. And I think it's right. I mean, you go through these social media, there's a lot of people that want to throw their 2 pennies in, and all said and done, I'm more wet than the Atlantic Ocean out here. So, yeah, we'll leave it on that one. Shouts out to Nigel Robert Owen. And that's the section.
Calm.
I need all that smoke, people.
Free smoke, free smoke. Hey, free smoke, free smoke. Hey. Quickly, though, I just need a minute. I do agree with his tweet. I think that's a very professional tweet. I think just, I'm not even going to go in on David Price. I just feel like yesterday should be his last fight as a professional boxer.
Absolutely, man. For his own safety, for his own wife and kids.
Just like, I think he loves boxing a lot. I think you should go see I think you should carry on talking to people and, do something within the sport.
Yeah, like a mentor. Or,
because it's true. Because if you've never been in a ring, you can't really say much. Like, you can't really go in and, laugh off man's expense. So personally, for me, I think he's a very nice guy. I just think he shouldn't step into the ring again. Frank Buglioni, you're lucky you didn't get no smoke this week from OP, but you deserve a whole lot of smoke. Because you, my friend, have done a lot. But like I said, I'm going to keep it down to a minute. But Buglioni, I'm going to have to come out. I'm going to have to at you today. As soon as this podcast drops, I'm going to have to at you. A whole list of stuff that I didn't like that you did. You don't talk the way you did and get knocked out in the first round. You don't do it. You don't do it. You were going on like you were like the best God's green earth in the light heavyweight division in the UK. After I smashed Callum Johnson up, I'm coming straight for you, Mr. Yard. I done his words quite well, innit? You call yourself wise, and nothing about your performance was wise at all, my guy. See what I did there? But cool.
He ain't no wise guy.
He ain't no wise guy, my brethren. He's not one wise guy. We've got about 5 minutes left, and I do want to discuss, you know, the potential fight that won't happen between Triple G and Canelo. You know, you're a bit of the, not that you take any performance enhancement drugs yourself, but you know quite well what they do, Nate. So the drug that it's, you know, the drug that's in question is called what?
Clenbuterol.
And what does it do?
It meant to slim you down.
Yeah.
So it just makes you it makes you lose weight, so it cuts you up.
Yeah.
It increases your endurance as well. So in scientific terms, puts more red blood cells into your body, so you get more endurance, more oxygen, blah blah blah. So you can train harder, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's the drug that Canelo was found in his system.
Yeah.
It could have been a cover up for something else.
Yeah.
We don't know. If you see what I mean. So
he's failed 2 drug tests.
Yeah, he's failed 2 drug tests.
Right.
But what a lot of athletes do is they take a performance enhancement supplement, and they usually use something else, which is either slightly more mild,
like a masking agent.
Yeah, to mask it up.
Yeah.
So he probably used that to mask up something else. We don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like completely fucked shit up, basically. So that I don't think that fight's gonna happen. Apparently people are getting refunds.
Yeah, they've already started refunding people. I think that's just in case it is. But they've actually pushed the hearing back as well.
Right.
From April 10th to 18th, which, if you look at it in range, it's not a good, in terms of proximity, like the fight's on the 5th, it's not good to push it that far back. I would have thought you would want it as soon as possible. So, which tells me the fight's going to happen.
It'll be like 3 weeks left of the fight. I can't see it happening.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But who did it say the replacements are going to be?
There's a lot of people that are stepping up forward for the fight. Triple G said he's fighting on that day regardless of what happens. He said that he's still going to fight on the 5th. I think Andrade has put himself forward. I think there's a
Billy
talk.
Joe might be.
Yeah, there's talk of Billy Joe.
If I was Billy Joe, I wouldn't take that fight. So unless he's been training, I wouldn't take that.
He's got Martin Murray anyway.
Yeah, it's supposed to fight Murray, but cancelled it because of the hand injury.
Oh, fair enough. So, okay.
If it's healthy, I'd fight it, but if it's not, then obviously, nah, don't.
Cool.
I would like to see him win that fight.
He would beat GG.
I gotta be honest with you. I mean, when it comes to the Canelo Triple G fight, I said to you like from the first one, I'm uninterested. Like, I hate to come across like a xenophobe, but you're a Mexican, fam. I ain't never seen a Mexican run in my life. Not in my life in boxing. I've never seen one go take a backward step. Canelo was a disgrace, both for the drugs and his boxing style in that fight.
Yeah. So you don't care if it happens or not.
No, I'm uninterested because I can see this setup already, bro. Like Triple G's going in there to lose that fight. His only way of winning that fight is if he knocks him out. Otherwise, he's gonna get a shit scorecards.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose that fight if he goes to the scorecards.
Okay. Fair.
Even if he wins.
Yeah, which I felt like he won the first fight, but yeah, go on. Yeah, I think it's really, I think it just taints Canelo's life boxing thing as well badly. Because,
absolutely.
You know, you've always been a big boy. You've always told people to come up or fought at funny weights and catch weights, and you've had some advantage in it. I just feel like I don't know personally. Like I feel like he knew what he was doing. They tried to blame it on a piece of meat, but again, that's neither here or there. Very sad for boxing because I was actually looking forward to that fight. And May would have been beautiful for boxing because you would have had that fight, then you would have had the Bellew fight. You know, I love.
Same night, bro. It was the same night.
Oh, that would have been. Oh my god, that would definitely have to be a link up. You just sit down, a plate of wings, and fight. But yeah, they've ruined that successfully. And we'll just end with a roundup. Just give us a roundup of the topics that people should be knowing about, Nick.
Shout out to 6ix9ine to whatever the hell is
Takashi.
If you want to know how to market yourself, follow that guy. That's what I got to say. Marketing king. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it well. He's getting in the numbers. He's getting in the streams. Can't knock him. What's your opinions?
I personally think he's, in terms of like, when I watched the interview, and when you listen to him, there are certain things that I definitely agree with. But at the end of the day, you can't be the superhuman thug at all times. It's not gonna.
No, but he knows he can get touched. He's even admitted.
But he said you don't say test my gangster if you know you can't
get touched these days, man. It's bullshit, bro. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, you gotta remember, this ain't hip hop from the 90s and 2000s. These clowns, they're all clowns, cuz. You understand me? You got Chris Brown, who's from Virginia, who's supposed to be a blood. You got the Game, who was a stripper, he's supposed to be the top blood. You understand me? Like, the whole game's fucked up. You got Rick Ross, who was a fucking correctional officer, and some big time
Yeah,
gangster.
but those are not the people calling him out. If you see the people that are making YouTube videos calling him out, they're actually gangsters.
Fam, let's explain something to you, right? There's no gangsters making YouTube videos. Yeah? Real gangsters are moving differently. They will catch you when you're lacking. They're not making YouTube videos. Do you understand me? You ain't seen a trick making no YouTube videos. You ain't seen Jay Prince making YouTube videos. Them man will just catch you when you're lacking. Do you understand me? All these internet clowns are just that. They're clowns. They're not real. They're not real, bruv. Do you understand me? This ain't the 2000s or the 90s. All I know, I groomed on one thing. Ain't no real gangster on fucking social media.
That's what you have to say? You tell him how you really feel. Tell him how you really feel. I think Fabulous as well. You know, maybe he needs to get in the ring because he's obviously been accused this week for punching up his baby mum. I didn't even mean to come across that. It didn't even mean to come across like that. It didn't even mean to come across like that. But yeah, like, bro, like, you know, Fabulous has always been that guy that they've allowed him to get away with everything in rap. But it
Casey
seems
said, "Fuck the PC phrase, fuck that domestic violence phrase." Man punched up his pussy's girl.
wait 7 times. If you see the video looks bad. Like he's even putting it on the dad. Like he's putting it on front. He's,
Oh, what is the video? I haven't seen the video.
yeah,
bro.
there's a video. Go on TMZ. Go on TMZ. Yeah, she ran away. So even all that, like, you know, Fabulous has always been one of them guys that has got away with quite a lot. You know, just to repeat myself. But yeah, seems very bad week for him, boy. But very soon, be expecting a Breakfast Club interview that breaks down
100%.
I want to give a quick shout out to the UK music scene right now. Like,
Go on.
Obviously, there's a million people that are doing big things right now, from the Notes to the Miss, Jay Haas. We can go on and on, man. There's Chip, all the females, the Mabels, Steph Londons, Young Baines. The scene is healthy right now, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember the last time I played an American tune. Probably bar the Migos. I think it's our time, man, and we're setting the world on fire with the music.
Definitely.
100%.
It's nice, man. It's healthy, refreshing, and yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Cool. Yeah. Facts. I was gonna, you know, that was so positive. I was gonna kind of like drag Rams a bit, but we'll leave that. We'll end the show here. We'll leave that. But yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, be expecting.
I give the socials quickly one more time, everybody. You can catch us and subscribe. It's BSP Podcast, all one word, on all social medias. That's YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Instagram and Twitter. Hit us up, or we'll be hitting you up. And we need all of the smoke.
All of that. Free smoke. Hey, free smoke.
Hey!
At your inconvenience, people.
Nate knows. We out.
King OP the Great. Peace.
Oh, good. One thing before we...
Stop that one, yeah?
Wait. Before we go, I got one thing to do.
Oh my God, yo. My grandma always told me if I ain't had something nice to say, then baby,
Don't say nothing at all.
That's all I'ma say, man. That's out. The
You got
baddest
your bum
man
squad,
in the
bro.
world. The
Cuz,
baddest man on
you need
the
to...
planet.
Well, you're a fanboy.
Facts.
Where's the bomb squad?
Bomb squad people at.
Bomb Squad!
Bruv, you are, bruv. You are... I could never do this for AJ. You lot would chat them on. Look at what this guy... The brother had the video prepped.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. Joe Louis, the greatest boxer ever lived. I'll be with you boys in a minute. He was bad in Captain Clay. He bad in Sugar Ray. He bad in that. Who that? The new boy got. Mike Tyson look like a bulldog. He bad in him too. He done whipped Mike Tyson there. He whipped all that.
Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see.